venir dès l'aube en chemise, mirant ton jeune front à ton vieux miroir, et qui danse pourrait prendre la mémoire de ces temps dorés et des firmaments, des rubans, des fleurs, des gaz et des moires. Oh l'amour baguette, un agate charmant. Nos jardins étaient un pot de tulipes. Tu masquais la vitre avec un jupon. Je prenais le bol de terre des pipes, et je te donnais la tasse et jupon. Et ces grands milieux qui nous faisions rire, dans mes champs brûlés, dans bois perdu, et ces chers portraits du divin Shakespeare, qu'un soir pour soupir nous avons vendus. Je t'ai mendiant, et tu charitable. J'abassais à vol tes bras frais et rondes. Dans tes in-folio nous serviez de table, pour manger gagnant et sans démérone. La première fois que moi, joyeux bouge, j'ai pris une bassier à ta livre infus. Quand tu tiens à lait décoiffé et rouge, j'ai resté tout pâle et j'ai cru indu. Te rappelais-tu nos bonheurs sans nombre, et tous ces fichus changés et chiffons, au cou des soupirs et nuques pleines d'ombre, se sont envolés dans les cieux profondes.
Translation. Do you remember our sweet life, when we were both so young, and when we had no other desire in our hearts than to be well dressed and in love? When, by adding your age to my age, we could not count 40 years between us, and when, in our humble and tiny household, everything was spring to us even in winter. Fair days! Manuel was proud and wise. Paris sat at sacred banquets. Foy launched thunderbolts. And your corsage had a pin on which I pricked myself. Everything gazed upon you. A briefless lawyer, when I took you to the Prado to dine, you were so beautiful that the roses seemed to me to turn round, and I heard them say, "Is she not beautiful? How good she smells! What billowing hair! Beneath her mantle she hides a wing. Her charming bonnet is hardly unfolded." I wandered with thee, pressing thy supple arm. The passers-by thought that love bewitched had wedded, in our happy couple, the gentle month of April to the fair month of May. We lived concealed, content, with closed doors, devouring love, that sweet forbidden fruit. My mouth had not uttered a thing, when thy heart had already responded. The Sorbonne was the bucolic spot where I adored thee from eve till morn. 'Tis thus that an amorous soul applies the chart of the tender to the Latin country. O place Maubert, O place Dauphine, when in the fresh spring-like hut thou didst draw thy stocking on thy delicate leg, I saw a star in the depths of the garret. I have read a great deal of Plato, but nothing of it remains by me. Better than Malebranche and than the Manet, thou didst demonstrate to me celestial goodness. With the flower which thou gavest me, I obeyed thee. Thou didst submit to me, O gilded garret, to lace thee, to behold thee going and coming from dawn in thy chemise, gazing at thy young brow in thine ancient mirror. And who, when, would forego the memory of those days of aurora, and that firmament of flowers, of gauze, and of more, when love stammers a charming slang? Our gardens consisted of a pot of tulips. Thou didst mask the window with thy petticoat. I took the earthenware bowl and gave thee the Japanese cup. And those great misfortunes which made us laugh, thy cuff scorched, thy boa lost, and that dear portrait of the divine Shakespeare, which we sold one evening that we might sup. I was a beggar, and thou wert charitable. I kissed thy fresh round arms in haste. A folio Dante served us as a table on which to eat merrily a centime's worth of chestnuts. The first time that, in my joyous den, I snatched a kiss from thy fiery lip, when thou wentest forth, dishevelled and blushing, I turned deathly pale, and I believed in God. Dost thou recall our innumerable joys, and all those fichus changed to rags? Oh, what sighs from our hearts full of gloom fluttered forth to the heavenly depths! The hour, the spot, these souvenirs of youth recalled, a few stars which began to twinkle in the sky, the funeral repose of those deserted streets, the imminence of the inexorable adventure, which was in preparation, gave a pathetic charm to these verses murmured in a low tone in the dust by Jean Prouvaire, who, as we have seen, was a gentle poet. In the meantime a lamp had been lighted in the small barricade, and in the large one of those wax torches such as are to be met with on Shrove Tuesday, in front of vehicles loaded with masks, on their way to La Courtille. These torches, as the reader has seen, came from Faubourg Saint-Antoine. The torch had been placed in a sort of cage of paving stones, closed on 3 sides to shelter it from the wind, and disposed in such a fashion that all the light fell on the flag. The street and the barricade remained sunk in gloom, and nothing was to be seen except the red flag formidably illuminated as by an enormous dark lantern. This light enhanced the scarlet of the flag with an indescribable and terrible purple. End of Book 12, Chapter 6. Recording by Martina Hutchins in Berkeley, California.